You know?
That leads me to wonder then, if we're talking about a republic, what about Alberta?
Yeah, exactly.
What about Alberta?
Is Alberta dead? Does Alberta survive?
Alberta's always going to survive.
But are we going to survive within Canada, or are we going to flourish outside?
No,
of it?
so there's a difference between surviving and thriving,
Exactly.
right?
Or do we intend to thrive, or do we intend just to survive?
The MP for the islands and Kingston,
and the islands, yeah.
right, who has
Garrettson.
decided,
Garrettson.
to take it upon himself. This is a member of parliament who's decided that the Tech Frontier project shouldn't go forward. And he has a Facebook page, and he's pushing out a survey for people to sign a petition stating that it shouldn't move forward. I have a question for you. I don't even know whether or not Eastern Canada, or what we call Laurentian Canada, even believes that Alberta is a part of Canada. Like, are we Canadians as Albertans? Because we're certainly not being treated that way. I think if anybody were to treat Quebec or Ontario the way Alberta has been treated, you'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
You'd never hear the end of it. The media would be all over it, and here the media is quiet unless it's to say something bad or negative about our oil and gas. And yet we're importing oil. There's oil going up the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Right.
There's projects that are happening in Ontario.
We're importing oil from mass murderers. Literally. And we're okay with that. But we're starving the economic engine of Canada.
Oh, this is just it. Canada is to realize, like, where you've got all these social programs now. Who's paying for them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you and I.
But how?
Well, technically, only Alberta is.
How?
Yeah,
And now we're borrowing money to do
The
it.
thing is, that's what it's becoming for Albertans, is how? Why are we paying for the $600 billion since 1968 or something? $640 billion that we've
Oh, the transfer
contributed.
payments.
And transfer payments that we've contributed to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unconscionable that the government is treating us like, not just the government. It seems to be the people. The people are voting for governments that want to alienate Alberta.
Well, you and I are different this way. I mean, I noticed it this year that, when I'm away and I'm traveling in other countries and people ask where I'm from, I tell them I'm from Alberta. I don't tell them I'm from Canada, right? And I mean, being a born and raised Albertan here and being grown up through separatism, and I would have to say I am not a federalist by any means. You, on the other hand, obviously running for federal politics, are a federalist. You believe in the concept and the ideology that is Canada, but can it really work, that East-West divide? Is there a way to bring it together?
Well, I wouldn't say you use the word federalist. I don't view myself as a federalist, but we have to be realistic. Right now, we are a part of Canada, so we have two choices. We can attain more autonomy as Albertans by simply using our provincial jurisdiction and taking some steps that say, you know what, we don't like how we're being treated, and we are going to take steps A, B, and C because we...
So what steps?
Well, for me, you can't do anything until you control your own money, right? Right now, Ottawa collects all of our money, and they give it back to us.
What do you mean money? Taxes?
Taxes.
Okay.
Well, actually, they donate it to other provinces, like they're the big benefactor.
But stop. It's not even that. Is how can I make any decision for myself personally if I don't even control my own money supply? Right? If I'm getting paid, but you're receiving every dollar that I make, and you're saying, well, Nadine, if you want this back, you have to negotiate for it, or what? I'm like, I have no control. I have no power. I'm beholden to you to say, oh, can I please have $5? Because, that's a parent-child relationship.
Well, that's what we have with Alberta,
That's
the federal government.
currently what we have with the federal government.
So there's the newest meme that's going to come out. It's going to be Justin Trudeau as the father, and you're going to have Jason Kenney as the child, or in the diaper.
Oh,
that's the new meme.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. He's begging for our own money back. So, this is where, for me, the very first step that Alberta has to do, and Jason Kenney could do this tomorrow, is put the federal government on notice. Effective January 1st, 2021, Alberta will be collecting its own taxes.
Period. Not
When-
just its own taxes.
No, but
It would be collecting all.
stop. Don't make it complicated.
Yeah.
Don't make it complicated. Keep
Yeah.
it so simple. You know, the baby can understand.
Yeah.
Effective January 1st, 2021, we will collect our own taxes.
Mhm.
At least now we have revenue, we have income, we've taken back some control and some power. Now if the federal government wants something from us, they have to come ask, rather than us go and beg for what is already ours to get it back. If they want something, they have to come ask for it.
Okay, what else?
So in other words, we'll be like Quebec and collect our own revenues.
We'll be
Yes.
like Quebec, collect
and
our own
give
revenues,
it to Canada.
No, every
after
province could do
negotiation.
this.
right?
Every province could
Every
do
province
this.
can do
So
this.
that's one
right?
thing we can
But
do.
you
right
have
now.
a bunch of people running around in Alberta talking about separation, and they're going, yeah, I'm not saying that you take that off the table, because the way we're being treated, honestly, I think that could potentially be an outcome. Justin Trudeau has not made it easy for Alberta, and he has shown no remorse in any of his actions. He showed no empathy, no sympathy, and worse yet, now you've got like these MPs running around in Ontario that are behaving in the exact same way. It's like, hello, are we not your fellow countrymen? If you've enjoyed this excerpt, please don't forget to watch the full video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.